Hey guys, hope you're alright. Today was a good day, even though I hit my daily loss limit. I felt and I know that I traded a little bit better than I did last week. I started the day really strong, waited for good setups, traded well. The first couple of trades were good trades that I took, and I won based on me being patient. I took some losses afterwards, and I did some bad mistakes, which we'll go through in a minute. But overall, I'm pleased with how I started the day. And during the latter part of the trading session, I reverted back to my usual mistakes. You'll see that, but I'm aware of that now. And it's way easier to change the mistakes when you're aware of the things that you're doing wrong. And that's the first steps towards changing something. And I feel like I'm getting closer towards not doing these mistakes at all, because I started the day strong, and I realized at some point that, again, I wanted to make money instead of take good setups. And you'll see that in the trading session and how I made my mistakes. I'm also thinking of a way of integrating my TradeZilla account into my setups here. And yeah, I'll think about how I'm going to do this, but let's just get into the first trade and we'll see how this goes. So this is the first trade of the day. It's a trade that I took based on Severin's scalping strategy. You can see here on the 5-minute that we front ran the previous day very high, and you can see in the right part of the screen that the delta was reducing into the level. And now that I'm seeing that we lost the daily open level and we're going down, and we opened the new 5-minute candle with low buying pressure and a lot of selling pressure, I entered the one contract short here. And now we came close to backtest the daily open and we pushed lower. And at this point, I'm confident in my trade because ES was also in a place in the chart where it was rejecting. So I closed the trade for $100. And moving forward, this is during NY session. We tested the previous day equilibrium, 1-minute candle close above the level. And you can see here that we also had a nice delta reaction from negative 131 minimum delta. We closed the candle at -8. So now we started pushing higher in this trade, and we're facing the ATMA, but not for long. Buying pressure stepped in, and we closed the trade for $200. So now I'm $280 in profit, and I'm looking for a short here. And yeah, we hit the CVD line. We hit the New York VWAP, the daily point of control. And for me, this was good enough because we also had the 1-minute candle close confirmation here. You can see also the delta reaction from 150 positive delta. We closed the candle at only 23 positive delta. And right now I'm knowing that the buying pressure is overpowering the selling pressure. So I'm thinking of exiting this trade for a loss because, yeah, I'm just not confident enough. And I thought we were going to see another rotation because we had the D-shaped profile. And again, I tried the same trading idea here. I base it on the fact that we might reject and we might go lower because we built a little bit of value below the value area low. And I thought we were going to take that overnight low and previous day very low level. But I get stopped and I'm -55. So from 280 positive in 2 trades, I got to -55. So now we claimed the previous day point of control. We claimed the New York Open, and I went into a long here based on the retest of the New York Open. And yeah, all of these trades took way longer than you see here. I sped up the clip a little bit because the trading day took around a couple of hours or 3 hours, but this clip is only 5 minutes. And you can see here that we tested the New York Open a couple of times. And yeah, we didn't have enough selling pressure to just go back below it because we were one-time framing on the 5 minutes. So we just went higher and I won $200. So right now I'm basing this trading idea based on the fact that we're going to have a rotational trade here. We have a D-shaped volume profile and we did a couple of rotation, and I entered this trade because, yeah, I thought we're going to rotate again. And you see that I'm in $440 profit at the best point in the trade, but I refuse to close the trade. Why? Because first of all, I was wrong on my position size. I should have entered with 10 micros and take 5 micros here at VWAPs and then put my stop to break even, and I would have made $200 in this trade. But no, I just wanted to see my take profit get hit at the value low there. So yeah, this trade was a little bit annoying because I was $440 in profit, and I just got stopped for, I don't know, 100 something dollars. But yeah, then I decided to go with the trade, but at this point, I only want to make money because I was in such a good position and I became tilted. So this is the point in which later I realized that I became tilted and I started doing the same mistake that I did last week. You can see here that I entered with 2 contracts instead of 1, and I also placed my stop loss really tight, choking the trade. Instead of leaving a 40-tick stop loss, leaving the trade room to breathe and just waiting for this candle close above the level. Yeah, now because we get the confirmation, I enter with 4 contracts, I place my stop pretty high, my take profit pretty high, and I want to take profit above the highs with 1 contract and just leave a runner. And you can see here that the trade went into my direction, and I just panic and I close the trade for a win. But yeah, it's just one of those things that it annoys the heck out of me because I was in 500 and something dollars and I didn't close the trade at maximum. I just closed the trade when I got scared. And yeah, you can see here that I'm positive $27. And I enter again with 1 contract, and it's based on nothing. This is no setup, so big mistake. Instead of waiting for a setup, I entered just based on momentum, just because I didn't want to lose the trade. And yeah, the trade entry wasn't bad, wasn't the worst. If I would have left my stop loss below the low, that would have been a great entry, a great stop loss placement with regards to the entry that I had. The entry was bad, but the stop loss placement was even worse for this trade. It's just choking the trade. And yeah, the price just continued higher from here. And I just got tilted because I had the good idea, but my trade management was bad because I was afraid of losing money and I wanted too much to make money in this trade. So you can see here again, I entered on the ATMA backtest here in the local uptrend, and I was in profit a lot of times, $180, $200 in this trade. And yeah, I don't take profit. And this is a big mistake because I'm in profit $240 and I don't take profit because I want to see my level hit. And yeah, it's just not going to give me that opportunity. The market decided to go lower. And now I didn't exit for a loss here. I should have had exited for a loss. What I did was compound the trade and enter with 3 contracts. And eventually I got stopped because of my daily loss limit got activated and it liquidated my position automatically. So yeah, this was the day of trading, my day of trading. It's a bit annoying to see. I can't do anything about it at this point. But yeah, let's review the trading day here in TradeZilla and let's see what I did wrong. So you can see here that my first trade was a Severin scalping strategy. In this trade, it was a reclaim or loss of orders or of levels type of entry. We front ran the previous day very high, but that was no problem because we saw the entry criteria, we saw the order flow, we saw a sign of weakness into the level, decrease in positive delta into the level. Then we saw the claim of the last 5-minute candle, buy block and sell block, yeah, and weak buying pressure in the new 5-minute candle open, CCTR signal print. And then yeah, this was a good trade, and unfortunately, no, this was a good trade and I took profit when I should have taken profit. I don't have anything to say about this trade. The second trade that I took was let's see here, this previous day equilibrium trade in confluence with the daily variable low and the previous day close. It was a rotational type of trade. It was a good trade. The confluence was the delta reaction. The confirmation was the 1-minute candle close on the 1-minute time frame. 40-tick take profit hit and 40-tick stop loss didn't hit. So yeah, the good trade. And these are 2 trades that I took after we bounced from the lower part of the chart in today's trading, we did come close to the New York Open, but we did come close, or we arrived at the New York Open with an impulsive 5-minute candle that was pretty large, and we did also one time frame towards the New York VWAP. And yeah, I should have recognized the strength in the move at that point. Even though we had delta reaction and a 1-minute candle close, I should have just be mindful of the fact that it was a mistake to go against the 5-minute one-time framing. And yeah, not even that, but I did it twice. I entered the same trade at the same time in the same place. So this is my mistake here. Repeated entry after losing the first trade against 5-minute one-time framing. And then I recognize the trend. I go with power and momentum, and I get this New York Open backtest trade that I take here, and I get 40 ticks. And yeah, moving forward, this was the trade that I fumbled really bad. Why? Because in this trade, I was in profit $440, you can see here, and I didn't take profit. This was me being wrong on the position size of the trade. I entered with 1 mini. I should have entered with either 2 minis or 10 micros to take profit at the tier 2 levels, at VWAP, at New York Open. Yeah, at the daily point of control, previous day point of control. I should have taken profit there, and I should have placed my stop to break even, and that should have been the trade. Or just close the trade as a 1-to-1, because it should have been a scalp nonetheless. Yeah, but anyways, I fumbled this trade and I started going on tilt. The next trade that I took was the ATMA previous day value high with the trend, with the delta reaction. ESNNQ had confluence. The problem here was that I choked the trade, and yeah, I moved the stop loss too close, and I just traded poorly. I poorly managed the trade, better said. Moving forward, this was the same trading idea, but it was just oversized. And because I used a bigger size, you can see my mistake here, that I want to make money. And because I want to make money, I start trading emotionally without logic. And when I do that, I just don't let the trade hit its initial take profit, and I close the trade too early. I take profit too early, and I'm more focused on making money and not losing money than trading good. And yeah, this is the main topic moving forward, and this is the main thing that I'm trying to change, to control how I'm trading and not trade based on emotions, just be in control of my actions and my trading decisions. And that's really hard when you're trading, because you're not always rational and logical. But I need to create a system that will allow me to always take the best choices, irregardless of how I trade. Even if I take a couple of losing trades, even if I poorly manage a trade, I should create a system that doesn't allow me to trade emotionally. But today I traded emotionally towards the latter part of the day, but I started the day good, so I'm proud of that. But anyways, we're making progress. We're not stagnating. So then this was a no setup trade. You can see the continuation of me trading with emotions. I didn't wait for a setup. This is a FOMO based trade. I had confluence, but again, because I'm emotional, I choked the trade and I managed the trade poorly. So yeah, the same mistakes happened. So then the last trade, I was in profit for $240. You can see here, yeah, $180 profit at the best. And then I lose 3 times that amount, almost 3 times that amount, because I compounded in a losing trade and I didn't take profit when I should have taken profit. And yeah, those are my 3 mistakes that I did toward the latter part of the day. So even though I took some good trades in the early part of the day, because I took some losses and I fumbled that big trade that I was in profit and I didn't capitalize on that trade, yeah, that's how the day ended. So the main thing to remember here, to point out, is the fact that I got tilted after I fumbled that big winning trade, the rotational trade. And from that point onwards, I started focusing more on making money instead of focusing on protecting my capital and taking the best trades possible. And I fumbled the trades from that point because I was emotional. I was affected by the fact that I fumbled that trade. And yeah, I traded poorly afterwards. But yeah, I'm noticing this now, and this is a good step moving forwards. I just need to find a way to remedy this trap that I'm falling into, this emotional trading. And yeah, I need to think about a way to take these losses and not be affected. Or when I take a loss like this, I should just learn to walk away for 1 or 2 hours and come back and trade a PM session, or just, yeah, know when I'm starting to not respect or not trade logical and with purpose. Yeah, and take the appropriate steps to not fall into these mistakes. But guys, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something from me. I hope this is educational, and yeah, this is not a waste of time, of my time and your time. And thanks for watching, and catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.